beats.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Junior, aka Smoking Guns, out here in Tucson, Arizona, representing the Ultimate Fight Club, giving you the latest content in boxing and MMA news that is out. So, tonight's video is actually going to be on tomorrow night's ERROL SPENCE versus Mikey Garcia fight, man. And dude, this is going to be a badass fight. And this is actually the first video that I've made on this fight, just for the simple fact is there's been so many videos on YouTube regarding this fight that I figured I'm not even going to waste my time making any kind of videos. There's been so many videos on this, but I always make a final thoughts video the night before an upcoming fight. And I figured this is the perfect time to be able to come out with this video on this fight. But going into this fight, man, I think this is actually going to be a really good fight. I actually think it's going to be a very competitive fight, just for the simple fact is you got a guy like Mikey Garcia who is very smart in the ring, dude. He's a tactician, and the one thing that I like about Mikey Garcia is he is one of the most efficient fighters that is in the game right now. Everything that he does inside of that ring, he doesn't waste any punches. He doesn't waste movement. Everything that he does in that ring, he does with the purpose. And the one thing that I like about ERROL SPENCE is literally the same exact thing. He is a super efficient fighter, very good defense, very tactical, and everything that he does in that ring is done with the purpose. He doesn't waste punches. He doesn't waste any unnecessary movement. And that is one of the main things that I also see that's going to be hard for Mikey Garcia going into this fight. And the one thing that I don't like about this fight is for ERROL SPENCE, he's pretty much in a lose-lose situation in this fight, man. You got a dude like Mikey Garcia coming up from 135 pounds, and I like to say he's coming up from 135 pounds. A lot of people are saying, oh, he's fought at 140. He's only coming up one weight class. Well, I say that he's coming up two weight classes because his last fight was at 135. So he's coming up two weight classes, and you got to think, this dude ain't got nothing to lose coming up to 147 pounds to fight ERROL SPENCE. Pretty much, he's just fighting for his legacy, trying to prove that he is the best pound for pound in the game, which I respect highly of him. And then you got a dude like ERROL SPENCE, who was the top dog in the 147-pound division, and he is pretty much in a lose-lose situation in this, because a guy like Mikey Garcia coming up from 135, if ERROL SPENCE wins the fight, it's almost like, okay, you were supposed to win the fight. This dude's coming up from 135 pounds. And if you lose the fight, then you friggin' lost the damn fight. You done lost your title. You done lost the aura that you had of being that top dog in the 147-pound division, letting a guy from 135 come up and end up beating you. But at the same time, I do not see Mikey Garcia winning this fight, man. I think he's got a long road ahead of him going into this damn fight, just for the simple fact is, like I said, you're dealing with a dude like ERROL SPENCE, very tactical, very technical. The dude is very super efficient, and the dude is a friggin' destroyer, dude. The dude is a friggin' brutalizer in that friggin' ring, man. The one thing that I like about him, he may not be a friggin' one-punch knockout puncher, a one-punch knockout artist, but the dude knows how to brutalize his opponents into a friggin' stoppage, just like he's done with his past opponents. He doesn't give them a one-punch knockout or anything like that, but he knows how to brutalize their asses into a friggin' stoppage. And when he's brutalizing these dudes to the point to where he's breaking stuff on them. He's breaking friggin' ribs. He's friggin' making these fools feel things in their body that years can go by, and they are still feeling the repercussions of having a fight with friggin' ERROL SPENCE. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a dude like Mikey Garcia, who is very technical, very tactical, very efficient in the ring. But the one thing that I really don't see is him being able to come up and being able to take out ERROL SPENCE like that, just from his past few fights. Fighting a dude like Robert Easter, fighting a dude like Sergey Lipinets, fighting a dude like Adrian Broner. If he would have went into those fights and straight brutalized those dudes into knocking their asses out or stopping them, then I could see him coming up to 147, challenging the top dog like ERROL SPENCE and being able to stand a chance in beating ERROL SPENCE. But with him going into those fights, and don't get me wrong, he was dominant in those fights, being able to outclass those dudes, but with him not being able to stop those dudes, I really don't see him coming up to 147 and being able to stop Errol Spence. The one thing that I do see Mikey Garcia is going into this fight and trying to outbox Errol Spence, trying to outsmart Errol Spence, and getting a decision win victory. Of course, if he hurts Errol Spence, of course he's going to try to go for the knockout, but I definitely do not see him hurting Errol Spence like that and being able to stop him. But I can definitely see Errol Spence hurting Mikey Garcia, and personally, I see Errol Spence stopping Mikey Garcia from the 9th to the 10th round in this fight. And if he doesn't stop Mikey Garcia, I can actually see Mikey Garcia's corner throwing in the towel to be able to stop Mikey Garcia from receiving damage in this fight that's going to go into another fight, like a fight with Lomachenko. Because if this fight ends up going on and Errol Spence end up friggin' stopping his ass in a brutal fashion, the one thing that I would not want to see is Mikey Garcia going back down to 135 and then him having damage from this fight and then going into a fight with Lomachenko, and then he's almost like friggin' damaged goods going into that fight. But I can definitely see Errol Spence stopping Mikey Garcia, or I can see Robert Garcia throwing in that towel to make sure that Mikey Garcia doesn't incur any kind of friggin' long sustaining damage going into this fight. And I'm actually so damn confident that Errol Spence is going to win. I bet like 6 of the homies at the gym that Errol Spence is going to end up winning this fight, dude. I got like 6 different bets on this fight, and come Monday, I will be expecting to receive all my profits going into this damn fight. But if Mikey Garcia ends up edging out the victory, shoot, I'll friggin' pay it up. But I am so confident that Errol Spence is going to friggin' end up winning this fight. Dude, I didn't have any kind of hesitation on betting on this fight. It's definitely going to be competitive in the early rounds, but I can definitely see Errol Spence length. His reach is going to be posing Mikey Garcia a lot of problems. The power that he's going to be able to put on Mikey Garcia is going to pose him a lot of problems. His defense is definitely going to be able to pose him a lot of problems, because the one thing that Errol Spence is very good at is shooting combinations off of his high guard. He's very good at punching off of his high guard. And even with a dude like Adrian Broner, who stayed in the high guard with a dude like Mikey Garcia was not able to incur any real damage on a dude like Adrian Broner of all people. But I can definitely see Errol Spence being able to get combinations off really well on Mikey Garcia off of the high guard, implementing a lot of body shots on Mikey Garcia, being able to break him down, and I can definitely see him stopping Garcia in the late rounds, all right, you guys? But I guess only time is going to tell what exactly is going to happen, and we will definitely be finding out tomorrow night, all right, you guys? So I hope you guys like the video. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you guys have any kind of questions, any kind of comments, hit me up in the comment section, and I'll be sure to hit you guys up, all right? So I hope you like the video. Holla at your boy.